Hello, everyone. Today is March 21st, 2026, a gorgeous sunny spring Saturday. Yesterday, we postulated that in the coming days and weeks, we should see capital leaving gold and silver and flow back into Bitcoin and crypto. I think we're beginning to see that this week. Yesterday, everything was red across the board, from Asian stock market to Europe to US. Um, Gold and silver went down quite a bit, but one of the bright spots, along with oil, of course, was Bitcoin and other cryptos. I think the market is beginning to recognize the advantages of crypto over gold and silver, and the least of which is the portability of your assets across borders. As we said many times before, if you're in a war zone like Iran, it's much easier for you to move your assets across borders using crypto than using physical gold and silver. In the coming days and weeks, I believe the market is going to realize this more and more, and we should see uh, Bitcoin making all-time highs. And when that happens, it's going to benefit meme coins such as Wojak tremendously. I know that our price hasn't been doing well lately, but I firmly believe better days are ahead. So just be patient and wait until the trend changes. I want to address a little conflict I saw in the Telegram chat. One member was accusing another member of holding a grudge against binary Jewel.eth, aka Patrick, for embracing the New Jack team. Patrick was quite active in our chats about a month ago. But then he decided to sell all his tokens and went into the New Jack camp. I don't believe anybody is holding a grudge against Patrick. I know I'm not personally. What I had problems with Patrick was the anti-Semitic comments that he made several times in Telegram chats. I did not like that at all, and because of that, I never really tried to reach out to him and try to explain myself to him, and never really asked him to come back to the OG Wojak community, because I felt personally my ideology is in conflict with his. I personally believe that if you call yourself a Christian and if you hate Jews, you got to really examine your faith, your relationship with God. Because if you truly know Jesus Christ, you would know that God, Jesus himself, came to this world not as a Chinese person, not as Japanese, not as Russian, not as Egyptian, uh, not as Argentinian, but as a Jew. And Jesus came to, first and foremost, to save the Jewish nation from sin. So if you are enemy of the Jewish nation, just know that God loves them. The Jewish nation in scriptures was described as the apple in God's eyes. And if you are enemy of the Jews, you're the enemy of God. All the authors of the Bible, 66 books, they were all Jews except one person, Luke. Everybody else who wrote the Bible, they were Jewish. And the world for the past 3,000 years has been blessed through the nation of Israel. So, that's why I feel there's no place in our community, in our chats, of any anti-Semitism. Then people are saying, oh, you hate Islam And I do hate Islam. But that does not mean that I hate Muslims. In fact, I love Muslims enough that I am willing to tell them the truth, that they've been enslaved and oppressed by this evil and destructive, deceitful ideology called Islam for 1400 years. Um, I'm not advocating anyone to accept my view, but like I said before, this is my personal channel and I'm willing to express it. And what I say here does not represent the view of Wojak community. But I believe, the Wojak meme stands for someone who is on the right side um, of history, who loves what's good and hates what's evil. And that's why if I feel something that is evil, I'm gonna say it. Um, I'm not pushing my idea onto anyone, my faith onto anyone, but I am willing to express it through this medium. So again, nobody's holding a grudge against anybody just because he switched camp. Crypto is a very democratic place, probably too democratic. So everybody has his own prerogative and can make their own choices. But we are going to regulate what content and material can be said in our public forums. That's all I have today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will be off tomorrow, Sunday, and I'll see everybody on Monday. Thank you so much. Bye bye.